Jason White throwing for a school record 5 touchdowns as the OU offense rolled up 613 yards in a 53-7 win over Iowa State. All the highlights are next on Sooner Football 2003.
Angle to the right. Fake. Here's the look. A flop pass to the end zone. And touchdown Oklahoma. A lot of this. And he's run out of body. And he's sacked. He is sacked. Sooner fans, about 30,000 in attendance, cheering their team as Oklahoma is the 89th Rose Bowl game champion.
At the 9-yard line to the 10 and a 51-yard kick to the 20 to the 25, 30. Oh, what a great run to the 40. He can go all the way. 50. Oh, it's blocked. Straight block. Big straight block this into the end zone. And the Sooners are going to recover for a touchdown. Short drop. Looks down the middle. Bob's a long pass downfield. Touchdown Oklahoma. And the Sooners are Big 12 champions. Tremendous.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to the program. Sooners stay unbeaten. A terrific performance, Coach, last night against Iowa State. Congratulations.
Thank you, Dean. It was really a solid all-around performance. Anytime you go on the road in the Big 12, you have to be prepared and ready to play. And we were, and really played in a sound way the entire day, offense, defense, special teams with the big return. It's good to go on the road and play like that.
You made a habit of saying that every Sunday.
You know, it's interesting, though, but you had spoke about you know, being prepared to play. I said this to the media afterwards. All last week in my media conferences, at least 50% of the questions from the media were about Texas.
Sure.
Because they're trying to get something, trying to say, you know, make or just say that you're looking ahead when you're not, or create a story. After the game was over, there wasn't one question about Texas. Isn't that just typical of the media? Let the fans be wary of them, though.
Well, I think now you turn your attention that way, but before we'll have plenty of time to talk about Texas. Individually, a couple of outstanding performances, and Jason White, if he weren't at that point going in, he certainly has thrust himself in the middle of this Heisman race.
Oh, I would assume that he'd be a Heisman frontrunner at this point in the year. When you look, he's directing the #1 team in the country, playing in an unbelievable way. His touchdowns to, what's he got near 20 or?
I think it's 16
to touchdowns maybe? to three interceptions.
Yeah.
And you know, as he's producing his percentage, he completed nearly 75% of his passes the other night, 5 TDs. And you know, his checks at the line of scrimmage are just excellent. So he's really playing in a great way. Some other guys that really played well, we recognized offensively. Our receiver core was really brilliant, just outstanding the way they caught the ball. Our offensive line, Jason really wasn't touched the entire night from protection, and we ran the ball really well. I thought Ronaldo Works had a heck of a game too, running. Defensively, some guys up front that people don't always hear about, Dusty Dvorak, Tommy Harris. Our front four really dominated the game for us defensively. To be honest with you, our backers in secondary didn't play nearly as well as they're capable of. But our defensive line was so strong in DNs that it really showed up and made our defense look really good. Mark Bradley also had a big night with a big catch and a big kickoff return.
Bob, is it fair to say that with the number of outstanding wide receivers you have and not one dominant receiver, that a team can't sit and double or play a man over the top too much on one particular guy because you have several?
Definitely. It's impossible because we don't work that way where we're just going to one guy. We're going to all of our guys, and so it does make it impossible to double each of them. You know, we're going to work and spread the ball around and get it into the best spot depending on the coverage they're playing. And our guys are great that way. They all feed off one another trying to make plays and enjoy other guys making plays.
Younger teams have seems like they have more of a problem, don't they, of focusing on each game, and which you haven't had this year regardless of the competition. That's
never been our style, you know, Dean, here. We're ready for each game. We totally zero in on it, and it's easy to do. Our guys want to play well. The only way to play well in that instance is to be prepared for it, and we were, and I really felt we would be.
All right, lots of great highlights from Ames last night. When we come back, we'll look at that and, of course, talk to Texas Longhorns later in the program.
Sooner Football 2003.
Real good because, you know, I had a knee and ankle injury, and it kind of slowed me down for the first 5 weeks of the season, you know. But I've been going to all the meetings and practicing hard, you know. And I don't know, just felt real good being out there again. I miss it a lot.
Well, you know, Salt and Pepper came out today. You know, we performed, came out and played to the best of our ability, and hopefully we can keep this thing going through the Big 12.
We worked at every day. I mean, that's one of our big things about starting off the year. We wanted to get more pressure on the quarterback every game, and you know, we bust our butts during the week, and you know, everybody wants to be at that quarterback, so everybody's foaming at the mouth, want to be there. So we kind of just all just want to meet in the backfield, and we seem to do that pretty well.
I mean, it's tough to make a tackle out there. I mean, there's so many good players. You know, you got to scrap, you know, just to get 1 or 2 tackles. But you know, there's a bunch of great players out there, and you know, it's nice to play on such a good, you know, makes it easier on everyone when you got so many good players surrounding you.
It was the Big 12 opener for the Sooners in Ames, and I know you know Dan McCarney, and you never know what you're going to get from a team, and you handed it to them.
They do a great job coaching. You
Right.
watch their tape. They're in position. I think they've been hurt with some injuries, so we understand that and take this game with a grain of salt, understanding that they probably weren't at their full strength. But I understand, again, they are coached well. They were talking upset. Their crowd was into the game early. Everybody wanted to give us that upset bug. You know, it's almost like they try and plant the seed in your head, you know, but we wouldn't allow it. Our players felt like we were prepared to really play a good game, a solid game, and we did. And it's exciting. Away from home, it's a good way to start. We've had 2 games on the road now where we have played pretty well, and so we're really proud of our players' effort.
I'd say pretty well. Let's go to the highlights, and Bob, as you mentioned that, it seems like we tend to say it's a nice night, but boy, this one was 77 degrees and winds 10 miles an hour and clear skies.
It was a gorgeous day. We had heard all week it was going to be 30 degrees. I was talking to Dan McCarney out before the game. My brother Mike's there also. Dan was a big influence on Mike and I as young coaches and young players. Really a great friend, and really I've always admired the way he works and his attitude.
DiCarlo.
We won the toss and deferred. So they chose the ball. Nice kick by Trey there, kicking it out of the end zone.
Austin Flynn, the quarterback.
Nifty guy. Excellent pressure right off the bat. Whole team of guys. Jonathan Jackson, Dan Cody. Who else is in there? Tommy Harris initially chases them up into Dan and JJ. Dusty piles on. And there's something Tommy pushes the quarterback to those guys. And again, that's just kind of how they all work together. Here's a quarterback draw. Good play on their part. Derek Strait and Brodney Poole with the tackle. They pick up a first down though on that play. Good sack there by Tommy Harris. Beats his defender really quick and makes an excellent sack. Gets the guy ready, so almost pulled the ball out. Excellent play by Tommy. See how quick he is getting to the quarterback.
Being healthy's helped with him a great deal.
Yes, it has. Here's a nice play by their quarterback, making a few people miss him on the option.
Still 3rd and 11.
Good pressure, make him pull the ball down, good coverage. And eventually the pressure gets to him and nowhere to throw the ball.
Tell you what, their MVP might have been the punter for a while. This is Tony Yelk, Bob, 47 yards, and he didn't get Antonio Perkins any look.
No, he did a great job. You know, again, not everyone is capable of putting the ball that close to the boundary and getting all the yardage out of it. He sure did. You know, and he did an excellent job hanging the ball up right next to the boundary.
Ronaldo works a big night, and for the 5th consecutive game, you'll get points on this opening drive.
Ronaldo really did run well. You see this right here is an excellent cut, excellent move. You see his feet breaking tackles and running on contact. Good hole, too, from our offensive line. And J.D. probably in there, I'm sure, leading the way. Nice screen pass here. Mark Clayton does a nice job running with it. And that's a good play. That gets about 6 yards.
Clayton, a huge night. He'll have 7 receptions on the evening.
Mark, another big day. Such great hands. You watch him there in traffic, people all over him. He still brings the ball down and secures it. Nice play there by Jason White. Sticks the ball in there to Travis Wilson in the hole before the backer can react to it. Nice run play here. Ronaldo works again, yards after contact. J.D. Runnels leading the way. Good line blocking. Here they catch us on a stunt. Good defense there. Again, DJ usually is going to catch that ball. Although it might have been pretty hot for him, hot meaning it came out pretty fast, and it was on him a little bit quick. But Trey DeCarlo with a solid field goal, and on our first drive, getting 3 points away from home, that's good.
32-yard attempt. Sooners kick it again. Trey DeCarlo, 64 yards to the ISU 1.
There's Gayron Allen with the initial hit, and then Russell Dennison, I believe, the first guy there to start wrapping up the tackle. Pretty good coverage. Good throw and catch there. You see we have 2 defenders, one underneath, one on top, that are very close to breaking it up, but they make a good play. An excellent play there by Dan Cody. Is really playing exceptionally well. Great play there on the option. You see Dan, how fast he is, gets off his block, plays the quarterback. Really good play.
Big, strong, fast.
He's incredibly fast. One of our best, probably our best conditioned athlete. You see right there, he was frustrated. He was so close to a bunch of sacks and made some excellent plays. You see there, Dustin Dvorak almost really knocks the center back into the quarterback and trips him up. Look at Dusty here penetrate on the center and make the play on the option. A host of other guys help him, but Dusty initially makes the play. Good pressure. Tommy Harris, you see right there, makes the initial pressure. Dante Nicholson's going to end up getting the sack and the cause fumble. Watch right here. You see Tommy Harris chases him out. Larry Burdine, and then Dante Nicholson finishes him off. Good pressure.
We move ahead. Iowa State next drive.
Good play there by Derek Strait. Larry Burdine. You see it right here. See Larry initially take away the inside run lane, and then Derek Strait comes in and finishes it off.
Derek Strait looks healthy once again. Into the first quarter, Sooners on top 3-0. Lots of scoring coming up in the next 3 quarters. Stay with us. All right, we pick it up. Sooners football. There you see on the 21.
Kewan Jones with a nice, gets a couple 3 yards anyway. Close to breaking something. Here's a nice screen pass set up well to Kewan Jones. A good blocking out in front by the offensive line. Really nice job picking people up. You watch right here. There goes Vince Carter out there. You see Davin Joseph peel back and get a guy chasing him. Kewan does a nice job getting the ball upfield and getting what he can. Excellent job of running with it.
He's good on that screen, didn't he? North and south pretty quickly.
Does a nice job.
1st and 15 after a motion penalty.
Nice run there by Kewan Jones, and good lead block by J.D. Runnels. Good hold by the O-line. You'll see it again. Davin Joseph out in front. See Travis Wilson blocking out there from the receiver position. Same play basically the other way, and still gets a good 4 or 5 yards.
And enough to pick up a first down.
Look at the wall of protection right there for Jason White. Jawan Rankins with an excellent move after the catch. Good solid catch over the middle, and an excellent protection. Good defense there. Good protection again. Jason sticks it up in the middle to Mark Clayton again. Nice job holding the ball. He's got about 2 or 3 guys trying to rip it out. Nice fake. See Jason dumping the ball off there. An excellent play to Jawan Rankins to get the ball in the end zone, and good job by Jason finding it.
What shouldn't be overlooked here, Bob, is a lot of us didn't notice how good a catch this was on the first take.
An excellent catch. Jawan's a heck of a player. He's competitive, awful competitive, just like, reminds you a lot of Mark Clayton the way he plays.
Sooners up 9-0.
We missed the extra point on that. Got to get better at that. Shouldn't happen. But here's an option pass. We're just got slightly behind us. Good play on their part. Kind of brought us up to support the option and got in behind us.
39 yards.
Quarterback run game gets a little bit. Nice support there. Brandon Everidge ends up making that tackle. This is going to be a big fourth down stop right here. See Derek Strait hits him in the backfield. Everybody else is tough up in the middle to penetrate and really doesn't get anything. Excellent stop. Watch everybody. Derek hits him first to keep him from jumping, and everybody else piles in there. It's a heck of a stop.
Oklahoma, a couple of first downs, kick it away, 1st and 10 for Iowa State.
Sprint out, got a few missed tackles. That's Tommy Harris coming in from behind and knocks the ball out. Derek Strait does a great job scooping the ball up. You watch Tommy Harris chase this play down. He's rushing the passer right now. Now he's going to turn and go chase the football. As a good player should. And as he tackles, he punches the ball out, which is a heads-up play, and Derek scoops it up, trying to make something, trying to score with it, which he likes to do.
One more
look at it. Here comes Tommy. And he's going to punch it right there. Good play. Good pocket there to throw the ball in. Go right down here to Mark Bradley, who beats his defender, gets behind him, makes an excellent catch for a touchdown. It's a good play by Mark. Got excellent speed and size. He's got behind his defender. Jason throws another good football up high over the top of the defender, drops it right into Mark. Great job. Good throw by Jason.
Once again, after a turnover, Sooners come back on the first play and score 16-0. One play, it took 8 seconds on that drive.
Look at that play by Dan Cody. He's getting blocked, reaches over the blocker. Watch it here. You see him coming between 2 defenders, reaches over the top, gets the guy by the back and yanks him down with one hand. Dan Cody is really playing in an incredible way. Good play. Another screen here. Ronaldo works. Excellent run after the catch.
Bob, what did you see? You ran several screens last night.
They were just dropping so many people off deep to protect the pass and, you know, to protect our deeper throws that just open those up a little bit more.
Works for 5, works for 7.
Excellent catch right there by Will Peoples. You see this. Ball's outside. Look at him dive. Great hands out there. Good play. Good to see Will getting back with us. He's going to make a big play here later in the game. Another screen. Again, executed well. Good run after the catch.
Big play coming here to Mark Clayton after another replay.
Jason almost slipped right there, and Mark Clayton beats his guy inside, and Jason throws a perfect pass. Jason had asked me about changing his cleats because it was, you know, just a late night on that ride gets a little slippery. I said, no way, those cleats have been fine for you, let's just keep them going. But see, he slipped a little bit, regained his balance, and throws a strike there to Mark. Great job by Mark beating his man, and great protection for our O-line to hold up, give Jason time to slip and still get up and deliver a good ball. Trying to make a 2-point play. We're just a hair late getting to that stop route, and they break it up.
Linebacker Teddy Lehman joins us in just a moment. It's 22-0 Sooners. Welcome back. The Sooners on top in Ames last night, 22-0 after the first half. And Bob, 2 players join us now who are all Big 12 players.
All Big 12, excellent players for us. On your right, we have Jamal Brown right out of Lawton, Oklahoma. And great offensive tackle for us. And on my left, Teddy Lehman, linebacker right out of Fort Gibson, Oklahoma. So 2 special players that right here in state that have been awfully special for us.
Teddy, it's a game that the guys up front really took care of Iowa State and didn't give you a lot to handle back there, did they?
Yeah, they make it easy on all of us. You know, they get such a good pass rush. You know, the quarterback's always got to get rid of the ball quick, so makes it easy on everyone.
What do you notice, Teddy, defense overall, we seem to be playing a little more consistently and at a higher level this year maybe than last year. What are some factors why that may be so?
Everyone's been in the program another year. We seem to work better together, and you know, we just work better as a unit, and you know, it's just coming together good, and you know, we're just trying to keep it consistent and play to our ability.
You see some of these highlights right here. Tell us what are you looking at right here as you on run plays? Who are you keying?
Usually keying the fullback, depending on what defense we're in, and you know, sometimes you just gotta. It's all about preparing the week before and knowing what you're going to get from the offense.
Is this a position, you know, with the injury to Lance Mitchell, you ended up staying where you were, and I guess that is more comfortable to you?
Yeah, you know, I guess, you know, we were going to get someone out there new anyway, so we kind of thought it'd be better for me just to stay where I was and, you know, play, you know, where I could really go after it and, you know, go all out instead of, you know, thinking too much out there.
Let's people wonder, do you have to coach Wayne up much when you're out there? How much is he asking you, hey, where am I supposed to be?
There's a little bit of that, but he's done a good job in stepping up, and, you know, he's played really well, and he's just going to get better.
He has played well.
Of course, the Wayne Chambers, who stepped in for Mitchell at the middle linebacker spot. Jamal, you've knocked heads with this guy, I assume, in some scrimmages here the last year or so, hadn't you?
Oh yeah, I mean, you know, it's just good going against the defense like we got and great players like Teddy. So I mean, it just makes us better every day as we practice.
Jamal, how is it on one of those outside plays trying to catch him before he gets out wide on you?
I mean, Teddy's fast, so I mean, like we really got to, you know, get on a horse and go out there, you know, and just try to block those guys. But you know, it's all fun. You know, it just makes us better.
It's been an outstanding season for you. Of course, Jason White's having a terrific year, but Bob brought up a while ago that Jason White didn't even get touched last night.
Oh yeah, I mean, like that's something that we take personal is just protecting Jason. I mean, we just try to you know, just keep guys away from him. You know, he's had those 2 surgeries, so he's probably in as mobile as he is. So I mean, that just makes it more important to us just to keep guys, you know, away from him and so he can do what he got to do.
As you see some highlights here, Jamal, we didn't. You know, it showed up a lot more, our running game yesterday. It shows you blocking right here on a screen. What are some of the key factors that are coming together with the run game?
You know, we just want to go out there and just have an attitude as we run the ball, you know, and that's what Coach Wilson teaches us is just that, you know, just to go out there, you know, even if you block the wrong guy, just go out there and block somebody and just have attitude and just let it be known that we're going to be the most physical line in the Big 12. So, I mean, that's what we work on every day, and that's what we look forward to doing.
What would you say to the people out there? Is it more difficult to pass block or to run block? I always like this question because Coach Johnson has always, you know, has coached the O-line forever, has always said it's more difficult to run block. What do you think?
To me, it's more difficult to pass block because guys, I mean, they give you different looks. I mean, you know, they'll bluff blitz you, and then, you know, you have your eyes on them, and the blitz is coming from the other side. So to me, it's just, you know, you just got to watch the whole field when you pass block. And run blocking, you know, you basically have that guy in front of you, and you kind of know who you got to block. So to me, it's pass blocking.
Okay. Is it one of your more jovial guys, or am I?
Jamal has a great attitude. He really does, and so does Teddy. All our guys do. I think we do a pretty good job of working hard, being tough, but we find time to have fun whenever appropriate. Wouldn't you guys say?
Oh yeah. I mean, it's just fun being around these guys. I mean, like we all got different ways of just having fun and just coming together. It just makes us, you know, just a great team to be around.
Let me ask, was there any enthusiasm in the locker room after the game pointing to this next one?
Oh yeah, I mean, like as soon as we got in the locker room, we knew that it was time to get those Longhorns. So I mean, that just excites me. I mean, it's just, you know, I mean, like we don't ever overlook any other games, but this game, it just holds a special place for us just to go out there and get after them.
Teddy, as a senior, you have a chance to go out with a special record.
Yeah.
Against Texas.
Yeah, it's like Coach said last night, you know, we about tore the locker room down after the game. We're ready to play, and, you know, we always circle this one on our schedule, and, you know, we've been waiting a whole year for it, so, you know, we're ready to get after it.
I played on some teams that tore the locker room down, Coach, but it wasn't anything about the next game coming up.
Well, we didn't really tear it down, but it was close.
Pretty excited.
I guess, yeah.
All right, thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Good luck in the Cotton Bowl. All right, Teddy Lehman, Jamal Brown. When we come back, an explosive third quarter for the Sooners. Stay with us. Welcome back to the program, and Bob, you'd like some more guys like that, just as fellows, but also as players.
Yeah, they're excellent. I say that, I guess, every week, but we do fortunate to have a lot of excellent student athletes, guys that really work hard and do well. And these guys have been excellent players for us, and hopefully they'll continue, you know, through this year like they always have.
And the offensive line, we can't bring that up enough. The running holes seem to be getting there. As you've said all season long, you sort of catch your stride, I guess, in the middle of the year, and the pass protection is, I think it's 4 games, Bob. I'm not certain, without a sack.
Well, it's several, and you want that. I think some of that, too, Jason's making quick decisions. He's throwing the ball in a great way, and his reads are there, and he's getting rid of the ball, as well as, you know, there is protection there, too, when he does get to a second and third read, or some of the deeper pass patterns that take longer to develop. They're giving them the time to let them develop and deliver the football. So they are. The offensive line is really playing well.
All right, big third quarter. Sooners in Ames taking on Iowa State. If you missed the first half, it's 22-0, and it's a big one here. Oklahoma receiving the kickoff at the 5-yard line.
Not a very good return there. You know, just get it out to about the 18. That's not good enough. We had allowed one guy to get down there and penetrate and kind of foul it up, but we'll keep working to get better. We're going to get better here by the end of the day. I know that. We're going to break one for 100, but still don't like to see the one we just had. It's a good play, Jason White right out to Juwan Rankins, and you see again the ability of Juwan Rankins after the catch.
That one's good for 13.
Just sticking the run up in there for 3 yards. Again, it's 3 yards, but again, they have to deal with it, and it opens up the pass sometimes. There they catch us on a blitz. Third down, and well covered. They break on that in a good way and force an overthrow. Here comes a reverse. Jonathan Jackson makes a good play, bringing him into Brodney Poole with a good, strong tackle by Brodney. Brodney played well here in this game. Brodney has 2 interceptions on defense. We'll see 23 coming up here. Excellent range and speed, good tackle. Derek Strait helps him, Dusty Dvorak. But Jonathan Jackson made that play by getting up and containing it initially.
How much important for a defense like yours, isn't it, that pursues so quickly?
Definitely, that you have them contained. Look at the vertical jump. Brodney's another one of these guys that has, like we were bragging about Antonio Perkins' vertical jump. Brodney actually jumps higher than Antonio. He's 42 or 42 and a half, a little bit more than Brodney. You see him, he's got great range. He's about 6'2", 205, 10 pounds, where Brodney's got a chance to, and he is shown to be an excellent player. Good throw and catch. Good run by Lance Donlin. You know, getting some extra yards after he gets hit. Good hole there. Ronaldo works with a good run. Good lead block out in front of him by Jamal Brown. You see Jamal pulling right here. Makes the kick out block. Ronaldo gets up inside. Good run. Going for a deep one here. And well covered. Here's a screen pass to Will Peoples. Good to see Will. Nice move right there, and then he outruns everybody else on the corner. Good to see Will finally getting over that ankle injury he had early in the season. He just didn't have the explosiveness that he's always had, and here you see it back, which is good. Will was our leading receiver a year ago and one of our biggest play guys a year ago, and he's now back, and that's just going to help this unit continue to get better. He's a guy for the first 4 games, just been nursing that ankle, and now is finally back, and you could see that, and he's going to continue to help us.
Well, there were two defenders there who didn't come close to even getting a hand on him. 29-0 Oklahoma, and at the 31, it's the Cyclones.
It's a draw play there that's well played. Jonathan Jackson there with the initial play on it. He's also always playing well. Good play there, Tommy Harris with that tackle. Good strong hit. There's a blitz on, and just allow him to get outside of us. Still, JJ hits him first, and then I believe it's Gayron Allen there with Larry Burdine with the tackle.
Sooners end up getting it back.
Good throw and catch. Will Peoples getting it up for first down. Or I guess it's just an inch short, I guess. Good block there. Kelvin Shashan and, leading the way up inside. Good, look at, there's Mark Clayton again with an excellent catch. Jason sticks it right in between a few people, and Mark spins around, catches it, even though he's getting hit, brings it down. J.D. Runnels again leading the way for Kewan Jones, who makes an excellent run.
I haven't mentioned J.D.'s name yet, but it's almost like you just assume he has a steady night, isn't it?
No, he had another excellent night. He's such power leading the way and such force when he blocks. Does a great job. Nice cut back there by Ronaldo Works for a good pickup.
Bob, you might explain, Jason White steps up a little bit.
Just to give the back a clearer inside path to run the football inside, to get out of the way and let the back come downhill and up inside. Here's a quick screen outside that again is really well executed. Good running by Brandon Jones. Good block out there by Travis Wilson in front of him. Good run again by Ronaldo Works, making people miss them and getting extra yards. Another screen. You see Travis Wilson on this one does a good job, good strong running. Travis is about a 220-pound receiver. He hits you, he's pretty strong. Trying to hit a fade route here to Mark Bradley, and just not able to quite time it up or execute it.
This field goal will be good. The Sooners on top 32-0. That was 13 plays, 78 yards. Time of possession over 6 minutes.
Good pressure there. Larry Burdine beats a block and gets a good sack.
Austin Flynn took it.
Larry gets better and better, making more plays, really playing consistently also. Good blitz right here. Wayne Chambers with a good strong blitz and tackle.
Wayne's speed pretty good?
Oh yeah, Wayne has excellent speed. You see he and Teddy have a blitz up inside, and Teddy does his job clearing the path for Wayne, and Wayne finishes it off with a good sack.
Lots of points remaining. Stay with us. Back in a moment. It's the start of the fourth quarter, at the 35-yard line.
Again, excellent. Look at it, throw and catch. What a great catch. Mark's in there with 3 people around him, still pulls the ball away and gets out. Good protection. You see Jason here with the good pocket to step up and deliver the ball. Throws a strike in there between 3 guys right to Mark. And Mark solid, good strong catch and run after.
Ronaldo Works for another 9 on this one.
Again, JD out in front, Wes Sims on that side also. See it again here. Kelvin Shashan there with the block. Brandon Jones out in front blocking for receiver.
Kind of wearing them down at this point, aren't you?
I think a little bit. You know, again, they had some injuries, and it seemed like in the fourth quarter, you know, we just kept coming and kept getting yards. Another good run.
That was on 3rd and 2, pick up a 5.
Good play here, good pocket again. Jason pumps one way, comes back to Mark Clayton in the middle. Good throw and catch again. Again, good see him pump off, come right back in the hole. Really good execution. Excellent play by Jason, good catch by Mark.
Bob, your guys act like they've been in the end zone before. There's not a lot of theatrics. They hand the ball back to the official.
No, we tried. That's, you know, there's too much of that. Our guys, for the most part, have really been good. There's Dustin Dvorak with another sack, and especially in these cases where, hey, the score is what it is, and, you know, get the ball back. Let's get on down. Let's never try and humiliate anybody else. But we want to celebrate and have some emotion for each other, and that's what we really try and do. share the enthusiasm. Look at Dusty Dvorak hit him right as he's throwing the football. Rodney Poole again back there in good position, and Derek Strait was kidding him after this that he's going to have to teach Rodney how to run a little bit with the ball. Watch the pressure Dusty gets. He's hitting him, almost gets a safety, and Rodney's back there. Look at him get up. He's got great ability. We just got to, again, like Derek was saying, we've got to teach him how to run with it a little bit better.
All right, Sooners have it 1st and 10.
Here we have Paul Thompson in the game. We're going to get a little quarterback run game. You see him break a few tackles, taking care of the football with a big, good gain up inside there.
Bob, so on the evening, Jason White steps out with about 12 minutes to go, 26 of 34, 384 yards, and 5 touchdowns.
Tied a school record, 5 TDs. You know, just his all-time best game, but really special day. That's right. Here, this is the same play that you saw Jason execute earlier in the game, this quick screen after the receivers. The young guy here just did it for Iowa State, did an excellent job. He got out in the path of the throw. It's really a blind throw for the quarterback to turn and just deliver the ball, and he just did a great job cutting the path and making an excellent play. So really there's very little fault there, if any, to Paul. It's just something that, in that case, he made an excellent play. Let's watch Mark Bradley catches the ball right on the goal line. Excellent blocking. It's going to be hard to catch Mark now. He has got excellent speed, excellent strength. He outruns the angle of 2 guys, and a 100-yard return. Glad to see Mark make a good play.
He doesn't worry about cutting back, does he, and outrunning that angle?
Well, not really. That's an excellent hole, so excellent blocking, excellent execution, and Mark, again, powerful there to outrun the kicker. Guys would have really got after him if he let the kicker get him, and Harry's going to outrun an angle of one of their defenders there at the end. Good job for Mark. Good play.
Boy, he makes big plays for you, doesn't it? 46-7, we'll skip the Iowa State possession and go back to the Sooners.
Another punt here. Yeah, Antonio just gets a bruise here, but he's okay. But really, that's my fault not reminding him. And in that situation, he should just fair catch the ball. Juwan Rankins, as our backup returner, was kind of just a little tired and sore, wasn't able to go in. So I wanted to tell Antonio just to fair catch it. And that's not a very smart decision by me, not getting that communicated, and just catch the ball and let's try and run the clock out.
3rd and 1.
Good execution here. Dan Townsend, true freshman there, catching that ball, and nice execution by Paul Thompson. Puts the ball right on his numbers. Here we're going to hand the ball inside there to Kewan Jones.
12 receivers caught balls last night.
I believe 6 different wide receivers, all of our fullbacks. I think 2 of our tight ends, a little bit of everybody. Good throw and catch there. Mark Bradley catches that ball, and again, good execution by Paul Thompson. We're just trying to use the clock, keep the ball on the ground as much as possible. Good run there by Ronaldo Works, and he's finished with the football.
6-minute drive earlier and a 7-minute drive here.
Paul Thompson there with the quarterback keep. Here we're going to try to throw a little curl route in there for the first down and just off his left hip. Here we can go back to the screen. Again, they're dropping way off, so it's right there and well executed. Paul looking downfield, trying to sell it. Delivers the ball out to Dante Hickson for a good run. Good blocking. We got all our second team line in there for the most part. Good run there by Dante Hickson.
He spurts up in there pretty good, doesn't he?
Dante's doing well. Right there, they kind of stuff us. Dante makes a couple of them miss, gets the ball in the end zone for another touchdown.
And this will cap the long drive. And Bob, it's
good to see your backup line
yeah.
and everybody go in and execute, though. You know, our last time out there against Fresno, I believe we went backwards about 30 yards. So it was good to see him finish that way.
All right, stay with us. Closing comments, and we'll be talking about Texas when we return. Stay with us. Time now for this week's OG&E Power Play of the Game.
Keeps the ball, goes to his left, looks to pass, throws, caught at the 6, to the 5, to the 1, touchdown Oklahoma. And that was Juwan.
OG&E Power at the speed of light. And it's Texas time once again. Bob, sometimes it seems like that clock goes pretty quickly, but so far you haven't minded it, have you?
No, we're in great shape. I feel like we have great momentum coming into the game. I feel like we're playing and maybe peaking at the best time. You know, as you watch us finish this, as we played in this game against Iowa State on the road in a Big 12 opponent, really played well in most facets of the game. And so you like that momentum, you like the way you're playing. And I know our players are anxious. It's great competition. You know, we respect Texas for being a very good football team. And so we're anxious for the challenge and really excited about it.
There's a lot of people, Bob, that talk about the fact that Texas hasn't won against you in 3 years and an emotional edge would go to them. But what's your answer to that?
Well, I don't know why an emotional edge would matter. You know, each year, you know, both of us can't wait for the game, or I know we can't wait for the game, and there's no way they're more excited about it than us. Our guys want, you know, wish it was here on Tuesday or Wednesday probably, but you know, that's just the way it is. It doesn't much matter. A lot will be said all week. None of it matters. The bottom line is when you get ready to play. And what I like about it, I believe coming into this game, we have our best team coming down there to play. I believe in our 5 years here, we have our most solid all-around team from top to bottom, special teams to offense, defense. In the way we're playing right now, I don't think there's any question it's our strongest team coming down there.
And Texas, what do you see with them? We've got about 30 seconds.
Very good football team. Always have great athletes, which you know, everyone realizes. You know, they always you know, play well, and you know, as you watch them, they're a team every year that's going to win 10, 11 games, as you know, in the last several years. Anyone that does that is an excellent football team. We recognize them as that. But I think also that's what excites us about the challenge, too.
Briefly, the crowd, I know it's fun to be split half and half, but the Oklahoma crowd is pretty vocal.
Oh, it's the best. I tell you, it is the absolute best environment to play in, to coach in, and really, as we said before, you can't get here soon enough.
All right, Bob, congratulations. Good luck in the Cotton Bowl.
Thank you, Dean.
For Bob Stoops, I'm Dean Blevins. We'll see you next week after Oklahoma and Texas.
Sooner Football 2003. A Sooner Vision presentation for the Sooner Sports Network in cooperation with Sooner Sports Properties.